All eyes on me in the center of the ring, just like a circus. I heard that song today, so now it's in my head. So now I'll be singing that song for at least the next 3 days. Thanks, Britney Spears. Welcome to the first of our new format. Today we're talking about sovereign CEO topics. I have 3 topics today. What we'll be doing from now on is, hang on, let me check the technology here, make sure we're working all right. What we'll be doing from now on is I will do 2 live streams per week. One at Sovereign CEO on Monday and one at Alpha Male 2.0 on Wednesday. And during these live streams, I will have at least 3 separate topics and I will cover all 3. And that's it. Hang on one moment. Make sure this is all working. Something doesn't look right here. Let me double check something here. Why does that say 0? Interesting. Hang on. Love technology. Gotta love it. It looks okay. Hang on. Let me check a few things really quick in case I made a mistake, which of course is impossible, right? Yes, it is 1 p.m. EST. Yeah, it'll be 1 p.m. EST. 1 p.m. EST on Wednesday, 1 p.m. EST on Wednesday. Excuse me, Monday and Wednesday, right? And I'm doing this instead of doing recorded videos and uploading several recorded videos a week. So it's a little better use of my time. Plus, it gives me an opportunity to interact more with you guys if you're able to make the live session. So if you're not watching the live session, that is fine. You can watch this. It'll go for about an hour or so. So instead of several little videos per week, you're going to get 2 big fat ones. Okay? All right, cool. 2 quick announcements really quick before we get started with the topics. And oh, by the way, people have said, well, you're going to title the videos at the topics. As you can already tell, yes. All 3 topics will be in the title of the video. So, and it'll also, at least one of the topics will be in the thumbnail of the video. So yes. We are still getting emails for Dubai residency, which is technically expired. I'll cover that in a second. And Mexico residency. Mexico. Yes, you can still sign up for the Mexico residency. It will not be in Guadalajara. It'll be in Merida. So just be aware of this. We've made the change to the website, I believe. We had to shift the city. Long story. But it's in Merida. Excuse me. Dubai, yes, you could get Dubai residency still, but you need to sign up and literally make your payment like in the next 24 hours. I mean, literally the next 24 hours, because you got to be here by November, 9th or something? I forget. Look at the website. I'll put links to all these different things in the description of this video and all that good stuff. So yeah, if you want to do Dubai, yeah, but you need to sign up like right now. We've already kind of started the process. Cool. Okay. All right, let me get to my topics here. Hang on. Something still doesn't look right. Could you guys who are on the live, could you put the number 2 in the chat just to make sure you can see me and hear me? Just to put number 2. You should be able to, but something does not look right here. There's very few of you online, excuse me, as compared to what is usually happening. All right, I see it too. All right. Weird. Okay. Well, it's the first time we're doing this. Maybe we have less people. Plus, we have less people to begin with. You know what? We always do. You're right. I usually wait a while and then get started. So for these live streams, I'm just going to start right in because these aren't like my typical webinars. So cool. All right. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to get the most controversial one out of the way right now here. Hang on a sec. Oh, really quick. Something else. Today's live stream is Sovereign CEO. I've explained this several times. I will explain it again because some of you don't seem to get this. I understand it's a little complex. There's Sovereign CEO and there's Alpha Male 2.0. They're completely 2 different brands, blah, okay? Brands, they need to be kept separate. They have to be because they're 2 different, slightly different audiences. Yes, there's a lot of overlap, I understand. But there are a lot of people in the Sovereign CEO audience who don't want to talk about dating or girls or sex or any of that stuff. They are turned off by that. They don't want to talk about it, okay? So in the Sovereign CEO live streams, which is today, I am not going to answer any girl questions whatsoever. If I get them in the chat, I'm going to ignore them, okay? Wait till Wednesday. You can ask me whatever you want. When I discuss Alpha Male 2.0, you can ask me business topics because then guys say, well, it's Alpha Male 2.0. Can I ask you a business topic? Alpha Male 2.0 is an umbrella. Sovereign CEO is under that umbrella. Half of Alpha Male 2.0 is location-independent income, having your own business, living your own life, location dependence. So yes, if it's Alpha Male 2.0, you can ask me anything you want on any topic, including business. Sovereign CEO is by itself. So you can only talk about, in today's live stream, business, international, 5 flags, finance, things like that. Cool? Make sense? I know it's complicated. I'll probably have to say this several times, and that's okay. If you want to talk about girl stuff, wait 2 days until Wednesday. I'll be back. All right. What else do I want to say before I get started? Dubai, Mexico, girl stuff. That's it. All right, cool. All right. Y'all, once again, you're all freaking out about the news. You're all freaking out about Israel. This is the next thing everyone's supposed to be scared of. Oh, Caleb. Oh, no, Caleb. What about Israel? Oh, no, World War III. Oh, my God. All right. As I've discussed on this on my blogs before, this topic, Palestine versus Israel, is in the same category as sorry, I have to retrain my brain to present a topic while looking at the comments. I'm gonna, over the next few weeks, I'll get better at this. So let me focus. Okay. I'll pay attention to the comments as I'm talking, but I have to learn how to speak extemporaneously while looking at comments as a skill set I have not 100% developed yet, but I will. I'll get there. The Israel-Palestine issue is in the same category as abortion and race, in that both sides cannot function rationally. They cannot have rational opinions. Both sides are completely insane, completely irrational, and I will demonstrate why. And when I talk about this topic, what a lot of people are avoiding is you will see probably in the chat and you will see in the comments of this video the stupidest, most insane comments you've ever seen in your life. How do I know that's true? Because when I last talked about this on my blogs, I did a blog article about this the last time there was a problem, and everyone said, oh my God, we're all going to die. I said, I'm going to discuss this topic, but you're going to see the most insane, irrational comments you've ever seen on this blog in this blog article. And I was right. You saw them. So get ready. You're going to see insane people defending Palestine and insane people defending Israel. They're both insane. It's very similar to 2016. Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton, the two worst people in the United States. If you're rational, you say, these people are both horrible. I want nothing to do with either of these people. I don't want either one of these people running my country. If you're a psycho and irrational, you pick one of those two people and you defend that person and say the other person's horrible. The same thing with Israel and Palestine. Let me give you the analogy I've used several times to describe this topic. Okay, then I'm going to give you more details why you're all being irrational about this. Here's the analogy. Is this 100% accurate every way? No, it's an analogy. It won't be 100% accurate, but it's going to be very, 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 very close. Okay, this is the Israel-Palestine analogy. Here we go. You live in a large house with a large family. Your family have lived in this house for hundreds and hundreds of years. The house, the land, you've lived there hundreds and hundreds of years. One day, a guy knocks on your door with a big M16. And he has a bunch of his buddies. They all have M16s. And they're like, this is now my house because my religion says so. And you're like, what? He's like, yes, this is my house. Leave. You have to leave. Go across town. This is my house now because my religion says so. And the guy's like, and you're like, well, fuck you. This is my house. And then the guy pointing the machine gun at you says, now hang on a second. I'm not stealing this from you. I'm not taking, here's some money. And he pulls out a wad of cash and he throws it at you. There's some money. You can't say I'm stealing from you because there's money. So take your money, get the fuck out of here. You have no choice because there's guns pointed at your head. So you move under protest to the other side of town, and now you're fucking furious, okay? Because some guy's taking your house. Yes, he gave you money, but he still forced you at gunpoint to leave. Okay, you didn't have a choice. Now, here's one problem. Just one problem, one of many problems. You're a psychotic, murderous asshole. So what you do is you go down to the store and you buy a sniper rifle, and you go back over to this guy's house, and you go in the backyard, you climb up on a tree, and you aim down, and his little 5-year-old daughter goes out in the yard, who has nothing to do with any of this. She has nothing to do with any of this. She's an innocent child. She's a civilian, nothing to do with any of this. And you blow her head off. And you're like, well, you took my house. Fuck you. And then you leave. So the guy walks out. He sees his daughter, and he's dead on the street. And not on the street, on the sidewalk. And he goes, oh, my God. Now, here's the second problem. He's a murderous psycho asshole, too. So what he does is he gets a rocket launcher, and he gets a bunch of his buddies, and they all get rocket launchers, and they go to your house while you're at work that day and see this big house with like 30 family members of this house, and they blow up your entire house, and they kill 30 members of your family. And they say, well, you fucking started it. And then you come home and see all your family did. You're like, oh, now it's on, motherfucker. So you go back over to his house with your sniper rifle and you shoot another one of his little kids. You shoot his son, who's like 6 years old, who had nothing to do with any of this. Just like your family had nothing to do with any of this. Okay? And then it goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Now, here's the question. Who's the good guy and who's the bad guy? This is a trick question. If you answered one of them is a bad guy, one of them is a good guy, you're insane. If you're a rational, functioning, objective, clear-thinking human being, you would say, there is no good guy here. They're both murderous assholes who kill little kids. There is no good guy here. If you're irrational and insane, you pick one side. It doesn't matter if it's Israel, Palestine, it doesn't matter. You pick one side and say that side's oppressed or being harassed or murdered, and the other side is being an asshole and horrible and terrible, and then you shut the fuck up and you pick sides. Just like it was stupid to pick sides with Trump versus Hillary, it's stupid to pick sides here. This is insane that people actually take sides. Very similar, by the way, to Russian v. Ukraine. These are two of the most corrupt countries in the world. Who's the good guy? There is no good guy. Putin's a murderous, psychotic asshole. Ukraine is the second most corrupt country in Europe. Are you insane? And to take one side, say, oh, I stand by this country. No. I have said many times, I've been consistent about this my entire life. Going back when I first started talking on the internet, non-professionally, publicly. As soon as you kill civilians, the conversation in my world is over and you're a murderous asshole. It doesn't matter if you had a point before that. That goes for the United States, blowing up women and children in Afghanistan and Iraq, Obama, Trump, Bush, okay? It goes for the terrorists in 9/11, killing people in 9/11. What do they have to do with that? They didn't oppress people, okay? It goes for Putin invading Ukraine. It goes for both sides, the Palestinian and Israeli conflict. When you kill civilians, I don't care if you had a point. You're a murderous asshole. And I want nothing to do with you. One of the many reasons I don't live in the United States anymore, because that government is regularly killing people in the Middle East. Little kids. Now, you're freaking out about this. Let me explain a few things to you. Israel v. Palestine. This has been a problem since the 60s. The 60s. Every few years they do this. And every few years everyone goes, oh my God, it's going to be World War III now. When is the closest that we in the world were to World War III? I'll ask you guys in the chat. See if any of you know the answer to this. When is the closest the world came to World War III? Does anyone know? Oh, wait a second. What's the closest we came to World War III? Literally. Not people being stupid and insane and irrational. We actually got really fucking close to a nuclear war. Anyone know? Fantastic. Kevin Adler, good job. Cuban Missile Crisis, correct. When was the Cuban Missile Crisis? It was 1962. I'm older than the vast majority of you. I could be most of your dads. I could be your dad for most of you. I'm 51 years old. Okay? Yeah, someone said 1962. Good. 1962. That's 10 years before I was born. We are nowhere near. We are light years away from the statistical probability of World War III today with Russia v. Ukraine and Palestine v. Israel than we were at the Cuban Missile Crisis. And yet so many of you are like, oh no, Caleb, what do you think? Is this going to be World War III? Caleb, COVID. There's going to be millions of body bags, Caleb. What did I say about COVID? And I was right. Sometimes, overly excited about good things too. Trump is going to be president now. He's going to fix everything. He's going to make America great again. People said this in 2016. You're psychotic and irrational when you overdo the negative and overdo the positive. And in all those scenarios, in Trump, I said, no, he's not going to fix a fucking thing. The slow collapse of the United States will continue, and I was right. Right? You've got to get a hold of yourselves. And you know what? Here's the other thing. Some of you guys, and I mean this now, from the comments I've seen on this topic, some of you guys need to watch less news. Some of you guys need to do that news diet thing. You just don't watch any news for 30 days. A lot of you need to do this. You guys freak out about stupid shit. Going all the way back to Y2K. Oh, Y2K. I said, no, we're not. And I was right. Some of you guys need to completely divorce yourself from the news. You're being insane. It's ridiculous. You got to stop. You got to control yourself. Do you know how many times Israel and Palestine have blown each other up since the goddamn 1960s? Are we all dead? Did we all die of a nuclear war? Well, Caleb, things are different now. How? How are they different now? I live in the Middle East. I'm right here in Dubai. You see me going, oh no. No, just fine. You think people here in Dubai are worried about this? Nope. They're not. It's fine. Deep breaths, relax, and turn on your brain. Stupid. This is just the dumbest thing on earth that people worry about this stuff. And you know what? In 6 months, it'll be something else. And in a year, it'll be something else. And in 2 or 3 years, it'll be something else. Other than AI, which I have said will be a problem. I did a video on that. My summation on the AI thing is just like I said with COVID. AI is not going to be the problem. It's going to be modern day people dealing with AI. People are the most irrational and stupid they've ever been in all of modern history, if not all of world history. You're going to throw AI into that? That's going to be a mess. Now, if this was like, 1985 or 1968 and AI was invented, I'd be like, oh, cool, this would be great. But now, oh my God, holy shit. You see all these people going to see Taylor Swift? Yeah, so shit. That's other than that, there are no existential threats on the horizon that I see. Barring the 2% rule, my thing on the 2% rule. 2% rule, 2% rule, 2% rule. If it's less than 2% chance, don't worry about it, please. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Now, how long did I talk on that topic? A few minutes. I'm trying to experiment here. And yeah, okay, cool. All right. What else do I want to say about that? That's it. If you take a side, you're irrational, A. B, if you're worried about this, you're also irrational. So in other words, the vast majority of you are being irrational about this. Move on. Focus on what you can control. I talk about this in my courses. Zone of influence, zone of control, zone of concern. Stop bitching and worrying about what is a zone of concern that you can't control. Wars in the world, which president's going to win the re-election, the economy. These are things you can't control, which means if you worry about them, you're being insane. I'm not a Stoic, although there's a lot of parallels between Alpha Male 2.0 and Stoicism. But a part of the Stoic philosophy, Marcus Aurelius, is you only focus on things you can directly control and you ignore everything else. You pretty much ignore it. Because you think about all this stuff you can't control, how's that going to make you have a happy life? Focus on your location-independent business. Focus on getting location-independent. Focus on setting up an international backup plan. Focus on shoring up your financial life. Focus on getting enough sleep. These are things directly within your control. Irrelevant of any stupid wars going on in the world, and there will always be stupid wars. Last thing on this. We live in the most peaceful era in the last several thousand years. So all this worry is double stupid. Do you realize how peaceful this era is as compared to 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, 400 years ago? I mean, there's no comparison. Talked about how the 20th century is the bloodiest century in all of human history. Yeah. This is a very peaceful era. You live in a good time in terms of wars now. In terms of Western collapse, sorry, you rolled the dice and got snake eyes on that one. Sorry, you're in the middle of Western collapse, and that's going to keep getting worse. And I've said that too. But even Western collapse, I've been very clear about this. I didn't say the West is going to collapse tomorrow or next year. America's not going to collapse next year. In your lifetime, yeah, but not next year. Okay, even Europe is not going to collapse next year. Soon, but not next year. So you got to stop being hysterical about this shit. Yeah. All right. All right. I said COVID would be over in a few days. So I wrote a 2-page article on what would happen and what would not happen. That's the one sentence I got wrong. And within 7 days, I corrected myself, if you recall. Go back and read my blogs. They're all still there. The very next week, I said I was wrong on that statement. I admitted I was wrong. The other 37 things I said about COVID, I was 100% right, and all the hysteric people were 100% wrong. And all the Trump morons saying, I can't wear a mask, I'll breathe my carbon dioxide, the jab will give you myocarditis and make your dick not work. They were wrong too. I said they were wrong, and I was right about that. Everyone was hysterical except me and a very few rational people. There were a few of you who are rational. Thank you. There were a few, and a lot of you weren't. I predicted the war in Ukraine. If you guys recall, said it very clearly several years before it happened. I said, Putin likes to invade countries and he's gonna. Right? I said, that's why you shouldn't live anywhere in a country that borders Russia. Because you don't have the Putin problem. He invades countries, whatever the fuck he wants, and no one does anything about it. And I was right. And I listed Ukraine as one of the countries he would hit. Right? I mean, he hit Georgia already in 2008. Right? Yeah. That's where it goes. All right. Okay. Let's change topics. Topic change. I feel like I should make some kind of movement when I change topics. Like, we should do what can StreamYard do? Well, Camo can do some all kinds of cool effects. Maybe next time. All right. Next topic. Caleb, how do you stay focused when you travel? Because whenever I get this question a lot. Whenever I travel, I mean, I lose focus. I mean, I'm very focused when I'm in one place in my house, my apartment. I have everything set up and I can be, but as soon as I travel, man, my focus is shot. If I'm gone for 3 or 4 weeks, I mean, my focus is shot for 3 or 4 weeks. How do you do it? So first of all, you will not be as effective when you travel as when you're not traveling. And that's true with me too. I'm pretty effective when I travel, but I'm not 100%. So right now in this environment, I'm in my home. I'm in my office. I'm very effective here. Double effective because my wife doesn't live here right now. I'm not with my wife right now. She's back in the United States. So I'm really effective. So love you, sweetheart, but it's true, right? So if I went to even if I go somewhere to one of my flags, if I went to Paraguay right now, Mexico, Armenia, United States, certainly the US, okay? I'm not going to be as 100%. Now I'm going to be close. I'm going to be, 80 to 90%. I'm going to be pretty good. But don't expect to be 100% when you travel because it's almost impossible. The only way you can be 100% effective when you travel is if you do an Andrew Henderson and you do his trifecta thing where you have multiple homes, full-time, year-round homes that you don't rent out as Airbnbs, so no one is there. Which I'm going to be having, barring unusual problems, a lot of transitions going on right now, but barring anything unusual, I'm going to have a year-round apartment in Paraguay next summer. Very likely. I mean, it's very unlikely to not occur. And I'm not going to rent it out. It's going to be a year-round apartment because it's cheap enough I can do that in Paraguay. Paraguay's cheap. So in that scenario, I'm going to set it all up perfectly. No one's going to be in there except me. And so whenever I arrive there, I can just immediately move right in. I have all my monitors, all my setup, all my stuff, plug everything in, and I'm rock and rolling, and I'm 100% effective. Likely, you're not going to have that scenario unless you have some money. Those of you who have more money, you can do something like that. You can have multiple homes around the world. Great. If you don't have that, be aware you're not going to be 100% effective. Okay. So here's a few things that I do to stay effective. Okay. Number one is when you get an Airbnb or hotel, I always do this. And rarely do I fuck this up. I'm pretty good at this. When you get an Airbnb or an apartment, the first thing that I look at in terms of the photos, now I look at the location and all the basic stuff, right? I look at the location. If it's in a high rise, I want to be as high as I can in the building. And if it's a hotel, I request a high floor because it's quieter. Here in Dubai, I can't say the exact floor I'm on because I get stalkers, but I'm pretty high up here. I'm high. I used to be in the 75th floor in the second tallest residential building in the world here in Dubai, over in the marina. I'll give you the name of the building. It's called the Princess Tower. Princess Tower. So it's really high up there. Not quite that high, but I'm pretty high. I'm near the top of the building here. And I did that on purpose. I wanted this apartment that was very, very high, so it's quiet. Okay, but beyond that, when you look at the pictures, you don't look at how nice it is or how fancy it is or even how big it is or the bed or the bathroom. No. I mean, if you're a woman and you're really into that, fine. If you're a dude, no. You know what I look at? And what you need to look at? The desk. You need to look at the desk. Some of these apartments, some of these Airbnbs, some of these hotels don't have shit for a desk. They either don't have a desk, they have a table with a plastic kitchen chair. You're going to work on that and do productive work for 3 weeks? No, you're not. Okay. Or they'll have a little tiny, some of these hotels have a little teeny tiny desk. It's like this big. How are you going to put your monitor and all that shit? How are you going to be effective and productive in an environment like that? You're not. So you look at the desk and you get a good idea for the dimensions, how big it is, where it's located. You got to figure all that out. So that's number one. And I have rejected many hotels and Airbnbs throughout my life that didn't have a really good desk. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, if you are traveling in a noisy environment, Mexico. Love Mexico, love Guadalajara, but my God, it's noisy. Here in Dubai, it's nice and quiet. You don't hear police sirens. I've mentioned this. In the United States, you go to the United States, you hear police sirens all the time. Dubai, we don't have crime here, so you don't hear any police sirens. Fucking Mexico, it's nonstop police sirens. All you hear. That's all you hear. And the noisy and dogs barking, and it's Mexico. Okay. So you get these. A really good pair of headphones. These are Bose. These are the Bose. These are like $300. Noise canceling headphones. Whatever you want. Spend the money on them to get noise canceling headphones. And I wear these usually. I even wear them here in Dubai just to focus. And so here's what I will do in terms of focusing, especially when you're traveling. Okay. On the airplane, airports, trains, these. I have Beats earbuds when I don't need as much noise canceling. And I have these. I travel with these things and I love them. This is my lover. I got a lot of work done with these things. So here's what I do. Come up with your own system. First thing I do when I sit down to work, this is both traveling and not traveling. I will listen to binaural beats. If you listen to binaural beats at 40 hertz for about 20 minutes, ideally before you start working, but you can do it when you start working. I do it. Only need to listen to for about 20, 25 minutes. It just hears like this. It sounds like this. And it's two different sounds and two different sides of your head. And it's based on brain waves and shit, and it helps you focus. So I will do that. Okay. Sometimes I'll even play a little bit of music, quiet music with no lyrics. In addition to that, I can play two sounds at once on my computer. Okay. Then after 25 minutes, you can either listen to music or you can listen to white noise, which sounds like this. Or you can listen to brown noise, which sounds like a distant rumble. So one thing I do is I will play, you can look this up on YouTube, Death Star ambiance. And it's the sound of the rumble of the Death Star for like 8 hours. It's awesome. Or brown noise, whatever you want to do. Okay. What I will often do is have white noise because that does help focus while I'm playing music really low. So it'll be white noise and music really low. What kind of music, Caleb? It's kind of up to you. No lyrics. Because then you're going to start thinking about the lyrics and going to your subconscious. You'll start singing along and thinking about, no lyrics. Something with a decent beat that's quiet. You can Google or YouTube search lo-fi music. I'll often do that. You can like lo-fi hip hop, lo-fi synthwave. And it's like fuzzy music, like sounds like it's coming off of an old record player. It's fuzzy, really good for focus. And you can use these and now you can't hear shit. The idea is focus, to not have distractions. Use those. Okay. Brown noise sounds unsanitary. So here's this works. There's white noise, brown noise, and pink noise. Okay. White noise sounds like static on a TV. For those of you who are old like me and remember static, if you're really young, you've never had static. You can watch an old movie where they remember Poltergeist. That's white noise. Brown noise is my favorite, although it's not as good as canceling noise. It sounds like the ocean, the distant ocean. We used to go to the Oregon coast when I lived in the collapsing USA, and you'd hear like distant, rumble, that distant rumble, like the Death Star. You're on the Enterprise. You hear this distant. That's brown noise. Pink noise is, I can't make it with my mouth. It sounds like rain on a roof, so it's a higher pitch. Okay. White noise is best for blocking out sound and for focus. Brown noise sounds more pleasant. So you can kind of make your own decision on that. If you're in a noisy environment and you're trying to focus, like you're in a busy airport or something, you want white noise. White noise kicks ass. You won't hear shit. You get a nice pair of headphones like this with white noise, you won't hear a goddamn thing. Babies will be screaming and crying on the airplane, and everyone will be looking and angry. I can't even tell because I'm working. I look like this. Here's how I look. This. Oh, wait. Here's how I look. I look like this. With my Scrooge McDuck glasses, I'm like this. This is me. This is me on an airplane. Sir? What? Sir, would you like a drink? No, thank you. I don't drink alcohol. Okay, thank you. That's me. 14 hours of work done when I fly from Dubai to USA. I kick ass. I get a lot of work done. Everyone's sleeping and doing all a bunch of stupid, and watching dumb movies. And okay. All right. Timers. I've talked about this many times. Standard stuff. You set a timer for 45 minutes. or 50 minutes, it's Pomodoro, or an hour, or an hour and a half, or 2 hours. If you're at an advanced level, you go past 2 hours. I will set a timer right now. Let's see where's, oh, my phone is my camera, so I can't show you. I will use a timer app. I will set a 2 hour or 3 hour timer. Now, most of you can't do that. You got to work up to that. I can focus for 2 or 3 hours, no problem. Most people can't do that. So I'll set a 2 hours, put the phone down, and it beeps when I'm done. I work and I focus and I work. I don't go to the bathroom. I don't go to Instagram. I don't pick. If I get a text, I might look at the text, but I'm going to ignore it unless it's really important. Or you take your phone and put it over here. Put your phone aside, put it away. It's even better. Depends if you're expecting text or not. Things like that. Next one, daily objectives. You should be doing this anyway, but double when you travel. You should have daily objectives. You can do daily to-do lists. Daily objectives is even better. What do I need to get done today? And if I get it done today, today's a win. 1 or 2 big things. That's it. Especially with me lately, with all this transition shit I'm doing. 1 or 2 basic objectives, and I get those done, and I had a win for the day. I've gotten a lot done last few weeks. Boy, have I gotten a lot done. My goodness. Since finally getting back to Dubai, getting settled, and having no wife for a while, bro. I've gotten so much shit done. I was just talking to Billy the other day, and I said, I did this and this. She's like, already? You did that already? I'm like, yeah. Yes, I did. She's like, damn. I say, yeah, man. Getting a lot of shit done. Then, lastly, when you travel, and I do this, if you're going somewhere that's really fun, you're excited, you're going to want to spend some time out doing stuff, right? But you got to spend some time working. So what you do is you sit down either before you leave or on the plane, and you map out your schedule, your play schedule and your work schedule when you're away. Make sense? So you plug in your schedule when you're going to go out and do the touristy stuff or meet the local women, okay? Or whatever else you're going to, or meet with friends or whatever you're going to do, okay? Or go hiking, whatever it is you do when you travel, you're going to put that in your schedule. You know, from 3 to 6, I'm going to go have fun. But from 9 to whatever, I'm going to work. And that way, you know it's coming, right? You don't have to think like, oh, I have to work all the time. And when am I going to get a break? And when am I going to go out and do stuff? Especially when you have a nice view, like I have a nice view right here. I look out and go, oh, that'd be so cool. When you're like, you know, you're tempted about things. Now, you could also do an Alex Hormozy and work against a wall and have just work inside a closet. Do that too. It's fine. So plan this stuff out so you know when playtime is and when work time is, instead of just all figured out when I get there. That's not a good idea because then you'll screw around. Talk about not being focused. It's harder to focus when you are going somewhere really awesome. When I go to Hong Kong, it's hard to focus because I fucking love Hong Kong. Fucking love Hong Kong. It used to be like that in Paraguay. I was be so excited to go to Paraguay. Now I'm used to it. Now it's easier. When I used to come here to Dubai, before I moved here, I had a very hard time focusing because there was so much shit to do here. It's like Disneyland. So you be aware of this. Make sure that's the danger. The danger is where you're going is so exciting. Okay. You haven't done this yet. Be aware. You can also download the MP3 of the vid in question if you don't need the audio. Correct. That's what I do. So what you do, good point. Thank you. What I do is you go to just Google YouTube to MP3 and it'll rip the MP3. I do that with a lot of YouTube videos, a lot. If I find a really good, so one of the things I like to listen to is I grew up in the 80s because I'm an old man. Okay. So 80s beats and 80s music makes my heart happy because that's part of my societal programming. If you grew up in the 90s kind of shit makes you happy, right? If you grew up in the 2000s, if you're an old man, grew up in the 70s, we're kind of locked into the decade we grew up in. So there's a type of music on YouTube on the internet called synthwave, and it's basically 80s music, 80s synthesizer music. Sounds very 80s, and I hear it and I go, because that's so. If I hear a really cool synthwave song, especially a long one that I can loop on YouTube, I'll rip it and then make an audio file and then just play that in VLC media player. I'll just play it on a loop. I do that too. I will play songs on a loop. Here's a song that I have worked to since 1996. You ready for this? True. I still listen to this song today when I work. It's a song that resonates with me for some reason. It's a piece of music. It is called, you can find this on YouTube. It's an old video game, DOS video game from the 90s called Crusader No Remorse. So if you YouTube search Crusader No Remorse Rebel Bass, it's this song that's like this jazzy you know, city song. It's amazing. I loved it. And I heard this in 1996. Like, I love this song. I don't know how I did it. I was able to pull this down, and I've been listening to this song for how long was 1996? 25 years? 25 years. The same song. And now there's an extended version. I grabbed that about 2 years ago. It's awesome. So whatever you like, and again, all these songs and music don't have any lyrics. You don't want lyrics. Or here's a hack. If you really want lyrics, have lyrics in another language. So I have some Spanish songs that I think are really good, but it's in Spanish. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. Spanish, Latin people are much better at singing and dancing than Americans because they're so passionate. And it's fantastic. It's hilarious. But you can do that. The problem is I'm learning Spanish now, so I can start to hear words and shit. Anyway. So you love Crusader? Great music. Yeah, I didn't even like the game. The only reason I got Crusader is that was Origin that made Ultima. And I grew up with the Ultima games. I played all the Ultima games. And Crusader was isometric, like Ultima was. And so I played it for a few minutes, like, it's okay. But god damn, this music's fucking great. And that one song, I'm like, oh, I got to get that song. I don't know how I found that song on the internet in 1996. Because I was on the internet in 1996 before most of you even touched that thing. Before a lot of you were even born. So, yeah. I don't know how I got it, but I got it. I've been listening to that song forever. I mean, all the computers I've been through in the last 20, 25 years, that song keeps, yeah, pretty funny. Remember loading sound from the Spectrum. I can't sleep with that in the background. So here's what I've done is in my new apartment here, I got I had to update my Sonos speaker. I had an old Sonos speaker that didn't do Bluetooth. What the fuck? So I threw it away, got a new one. It's much smaller. And I have I'll do a YouTube video. I'll do a walk through this apartment when I'm all done. It's pretty small. It's like living in a closet because that's what I want. This is basically an office where I sleep. I don't even have a bed. I sleep on my couch. Fine. I'm here to work. So anyway, out there in the bigger room, I have a tablet, a Galaxy tablet. I mount it up against the wall, and then I Bluetooth it to the speaker, to the Sonos speaker, and I will play that Rumble, Death Star ambiance, or something like that, or brown noise. Just, it makes me feel like I'm on like Battlestar Galactica or something. It's a very calming, soothing sound for me, and I will sleep with it. So I'll sleep with my air purifier. I have one here, one over there. How's the air right here? Let's check it out here. Ooh, check out the air. Look at this. Check that out. 13, baby. That's what I'm breathing. Woo! I'm going to live to be 125 years old. I'm breathing perfect air. You guys are breathing shit. I'm breathing perfect air, even though Dubai has, well, outside's 154 right now. Sucks. Dubai's got to, figure that out because the population's going to almost triple here by 2030. They need to figure that shit out. It's one of the negatives of Dubai, especially during the hot months. Hey, put this back in. Get back in there, you fucker. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's my Joe Biden impression. All right. 13 what? 13 AQI. It's the air rating. Go watch my YouTube video I did over an Alpha Male 2.0 about air quality. Go watch that video. All right. Let's see. What else I want to talk about on that topic? Rebel Base 1, 2, or 3. There's 3 of them? The one that goes dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I can sing this whole thing. I've listened to it for 25 years. Dun, dun, and then the guitar solo. Ooh, so good. I don't know. There's more than one. Hang on a minute. Let's investigate this. Hang on a second before I get to my next topic. It's gonna drive me crazy. Dun 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 dun. Crusader, no remorse, not no regret. Crusader, no remorse. Worse. Rebel Base 1 and 2. Okay, hang on. I'll tell you. I think it's 1. Let's play it here. Can you hear it? Yeah. 1. Crusader, no remorse, Rebel Base 1 extended. That's the name of the video. Oh, good shit. Love it. Now, you may not like it. You're not my age. You're not my personality. You may think it sucks. You have some music that you really like. Listen to that shit. You don't want to listen to exciting music unless you want to get in the mode, or get in the mood, not that kind of mood, but you see what I'm saying? The best piece of music ever in my favorite piece of music, I've said this before, is Raiders of the Lost Ark soundtrack, The Desert Chase. That's the best piece of music ever written in modern history, in my very subjective opinion. But I'm not going to listen to that while I'm working. I'll listen to that when I'm working out, while I'm running downstairs. I'm on the treadmill. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's move on, shall we? How are we doing on time here? Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're right on time. Good job, Caleb. You got an A+. Okay. I got a 1.1 GPA in high school, but today I got an A+. I was in the back room in high school flunking all my classes while reading business books in the back room. And I would have my algebra book out. I still remember this. This is when I was a senior. Had my black leather jacket, sit in the back of the room next to the stoner chicks with the big boobs. I had my algebra book out, right? Algebra 2. Yeah. And I'd be back, and I have the algebra like this, and I have my business book, how to start a corporation, something like that. I was 17, right? Open, and it was behind the algebra book. So it looks like I'm reading the algebra book. And the teacher's not stupid. No kid sits there and reads an algebra book like this. You don't read an algebra book. So she's like, how's the book, Caleb? She's in front of the class. How's the book? I'm like, great. I'm plugging the class. I don't give a shit. I'm like, the only reason I'm here, bitch, is because I'm required by law to be here. I told my teachers this. You need to do your homework. Like, hey, the only reason I'm here is I'm required by law to be here. It's the only reason I'm here. So, all right, I'll be here, but I'm not required by law to do your fucking homework. The split second I'm out of here, I'm going to go get a job and start my own company and make a lot of money and get the fuck out of this. This is a shit show. This is bullshit. Okay. Should have stopped formal education at 16. Well, here's the thing. Who was saying this? Was it Elon Musk? No, it was someone else. Why does it take you 12 years to learn reading, writing, math, history, and basic shit like that? Why does it take you 12 years in the modern era? Because they want to indoctrinate you. That's why I said, I just did a YouTube video. School is evil. Sucks. All right. Next topic. Star Wars screen wipe. Okay. How to find your offering. So in the 90-day business builder, which you can now sign up for, I will discuss that in a second, briefly. We've changed it again. We made it better starting in November. Oof. We talk about how to find a niche. Okay, step 1 is find a niche. Step 2, find the biggest problem that niche has. Step 3 is create an offering or a service where it solves or alleviates that problem. These 3 steps are the hardest steps in starting a new business. But the beauty is when you're done with these 3 steps, everything else is easier. It's easier to get clients. It's easier to get customers. It's easier to sell. It's easier to get repeat business. It's easier to charge high prices. Everything's easier. The reason business owners have such a hard time is they don't do these 3 steps. They say, I'm good at computers, so I'm going to sell computer stuff. They don't do any of this analysis. They don't look at niching. They don't look at problem solving. They just say, I want to do this, so I'm going to do this. And then they go to business. Unless they're lucky. And a lot of business owners who stay in business, they're fucking lucky. A lot of them aren't. So one of these phases is to make sure that you find an offering, find or develop something that you sell that solves your niche's problem. Okay. You're not going to sell something just because you want to sell it. So that's the first question you ask yourself. Does the thing, let me back up for a second about offerings. Hang on a second. In my world, the world of Alpha 2.0 business, sovereign CEO, the goal here is to sell something location dependent, high margin, and get to the money fast. Okay. Not all business models fall into all those categories. Writing an ebook is a great idea. I have made millions of dollars selling ebooks. Can you write an ebook and then make money next week? No, it's going to take you a year to write that ebook. Then even longer to actually sell it and get any money. Okay. That's the problem with writing ebooks. I can write an ebook in 3 to 4 months, but I've been doing this. I've written 8 books. I'm good at this. I've had experience. So, an online course. Great. Sell a lot more than an ebook. That's wonderful. Can you say, I'm going to start a course and then make money in 2 weeks? No, you got to plan out the course. outline it. You might have to practice it. You'll have to record it, figure out how to record it, get it edited, put it on Teachable or Udemy, fuck around, right? And then maybe you'll make money. So what I teach and what we teach in Business Builder are coaching, consulting, or service. Coaching, consulting, or service. That's it. One of those three things. Why? Because those are the business models you get from zero to money fast. High margin, location dependent, coaching, which means you're doing something one-on-one with an individual or one on a few people. Okay. Consulting, which I know is scarier for some of you. Don't do that if you don't want to, but that means you're working with an entity or a company. Okay. Or some kind of service, which you're doing something for someone or for a company. You can make money. We've had people in our program make money, thousands of dollars within a few weeks. We had one guy, his second customer paid him $13,000, all profit, his second customer. Can you do that with like affiliate marketing? Can you get a second customer paying you $13,000 if you're an affiliate marketer? No, nothing wrong with affiliate marketing. But from zero to money, your offering should be, in my strong opinion, and I'm right, coaching, consulting, or service. That's it. If you want money, zero to money fast, that's it. Now, if you don't want to do that and you don't mind waiting a year, then go develop an app. That I would not do. You wait 2 years and spend thousands of dollars, then it might work, it might not. No, thank you. Okay. Developing an app, that kind of business, or a SaaS business, software as a service, cloud-based app. That's the kind of app business you would start once you already you're making a lot of money with your first company. Now you want to start a second or third business. And you want to develop an app. Fine. I could develop an app. Now I'm still not gonna. So that's when I'm talking about, offering. Coaching, consulting, service. That's kind of what most of you should focus on. And it's easy because you know how to do something. I just did a whole webinar about this at the big summit we have over the weekend with Robert Kiyosaki and all those other guys I was with. Okay. I said this. I said, you know how to do something. And if you don't know how to do anything, you can hire someone at Upwork to do it. You don't have to do it. Okay. Let's see. Doesn't it behave? Let me see here. Hang on a sec. Someone's asking a question. Doesn't it behoove us? Oh, behoove. Sorry, I can't read because of my glasses. Doesn't it behoove us at least attempt to use of nootropics for work performance optimization, non-prescription nootropics? Sure. If it's naturopathic stuff, sure. If it's not naturopathic, that's when I kind of go, ugh. But yeah, if it's naturopathic, sure, that's fine. Is it possible to find these three absolute most valuable consulting service to a company, say top line, bottom line, LTV, enterprise valuation maximization? What is the highest reasonable monthly retainer? I can't answer questions like this because I don't know exactly what you're selling. I don't know who your target audience is. You can't answer those kind of questions. You can charge $15,000 a month on retainer. And I work with guys who have on more, but they work with bigger companies and they're working directly with the CEO. So it depends what you're doing. All right. Next thing. In terms of your offering, this is important. I've mentioned this. Are you sure this is something that this offering solves a problem the niche views as a problem, not you viewing as a problem? Here's my favorite example. I've had at least 3 people in my audience approach me with this niche idea. Caleb, I love fitness. I lost 40 pounds. I'm really into fitness. So I'm going to teach gamers how to lose weight. I've mentioned this before, and I laugh. That is a classic case of projecting. I like this thing, so I'm going to make them do this thing. Do gamers give a fuck about getting fit or losing weight? Be honest with me. No, they don't. So that is a terrible idea. Is gamers a niche? It could be, depending on what type of gamer. And so, yes. So the niche might be valid, but the offering sucks. What do gamers want? I know what gamers want. A really responsive mouse, right? Now that would be a product. I wouldn't sell a hard product, but you get my point. What do gamers want? Start there. They don't want to lose weight. Now, I'm not talking about someone who likes to play video games occasionally. That's not a gamer. A gamer is a big fat butterball, or he's a little skinny beta male guy, right? Do they give a fuck about being fit? No, they don't. So that's a terrible offering idea. Make sure your offering solves the problem or helps alleviate the problem that already pre-exists in the niche, and the niche has already told you this is a problem. Now, I've talking to, we just had a business builder session 2 days ago, okay? And I was talking to the guys and I said, look, the one way to short circuit this is you just, instead of trying to solve a problem, you just get them more business, get them more customers, clients, patients. Because everybody has that problem just about. There are some weird niches where they don't want more business. I used to be a part of one. It's called IT consultants. Sometimes they don't want more clients. Oh, fuck clients. I hate clients. Okay, but so outside of that, a problem is you need more customers. I'll get you more. My business is I help this narrow type of company niche get more customers, clients, patients. If you came to me, and this is the true statement, if you came to me and said, Caleb, I have a business where I help people like you, guys with online brands who sell coaching packages and events, okay, and courses, get more clients. And I don't charge any money. It's all 100% commission, and I get my own leads. You don't have to run ads or anything. I'll probably hire you on the spot. Now, if I say how, you got to spend $15,000 a month these ads, then I'll probably say no. I already do that. Okay. So because my problem is I want a bigger company. It's not a problem, it's a desire. Because I've talked about how niches can have both a problem or a strong need. So my business does have a problem right now. I'm fixing it right now. It's my fault. But in terms of the big picture, my business doesn't have a problem. It has a need. I want to scale my business while simplifying what I'm doing. Over the weekend, I had a really rough weekend. I had to cancel this. You guys have announced this publicly. If you're in these programs, you already know. I had to permanently cancel the UMS program, which is SMIC, and the Founder Sanctum program, because we got to narrow down. And I didn't like doing it, and I had a rough time. I don't like it. It still bothers me, but I had to do it for the good of the business, to scale the business for what's good for the business long term. I have to now focus down on just a few items. So, because my problem is that I need to scale and simplify at the same time. Make sense? So, does your offering solve the niche's problem that they say is the problem, not you? We don't give a fuck about you. Did you know this? Your business is not about you. Did you know this? This business, Sovereign CEO, is not about me. Well, Caleb, how can you say that? I am a strong component. I am a key component of the business. That's true. It's not about me. It's about you. Why? I started this business because I went to my Alpha Male 2.0 audience about 4 years ago, and I asked them, what do you want? What is your concern? What are your desires? What do you need? What do you want? What are you scared of? What are you mad about? Some of you were a part of that. And I got hundreds of emails. I had like 6 questions, hundreds of emails. And I read every single email. And I've been myself, I didn't outsource this. I read every single email. This is important to me. And number one top list, you guys in my Alpha Male 2.0 audience said, my country sucks. I need to get the fuck out. There's nothing I can do. I can't stand it. I have no other options. I don't know what to do. I said, aha, Sovereign CEO. And I have made 7 figures since that survey, serving you. I did not go to my audience. I did not go to my Alpha Male 2.0 audience a few years ago and say, you know what you guys need? You know what you need? Faster computers. So I'm going to talk now about how to speed up your computer, because my computer is really fast. So you guys need fast. I didn't do that. I asked you what you wanted. That's exactly what we have you do in the Business Builder. We have you ask if you don't know. Now, sometimes you do know what the niche's problem is. Because you're aware of the niche. Really important, because your emotional desire is going to be, I'm good at this, or I really like fitness, or I really like this. So I'm going to, now I'm not saying you can't start a business of something you really like. I've used the example of a guy I know who makes 6 figures painting Warhammer 40,000 figures and teaching guys how to paint those figures because he loves doing it. Okay. So I'm not saying it's impossible. You get my point. Okay. Do I have to do the offering myself, or can I hire someone to do it? You don't have to do the work if you don't want to. You can go to Upwork.com. Billy is a genius with this. Upwork.com, and hire people and have them do it. You can hire. So you go get the client, you bring the client in, you get several $1,000s from the client. You go to Upwork and you pay them several hundred, or a fraction of that. You take the profit. I did this with database programming when I was an IT consultant. I don't know about coding, database programming. The very first time I ever did this, I've done this tons of times since then. But the very first time I did this, I got a guy, I paid him $40 an hour to do database custom programming for one of my IT clients for a database software they did modifications to, Microsoft Access. And I charged $120 an hour to the client for every hour he worked. I made more per hour than he did, and I didn't even do the work. And he was happy, $40 an hour. part-time and you already have a job, that's big money. He was super happy. The client was happy because they got their database work done fast because they were working with me. I made sure it was done. And I was happy because I made shitloads of money and didn't do shit. All I did was take the guy's work, give it to my client. I didn't say I did it. I told him I had a subcontractor. I was honest. And say, is this what you want? And I made sure it was what they wanted. And if it wasn't, I would yell at the guy. That's it. You can do that. Okay. Let's see. What else I want to say about that? Oh, I mean, this should be obvious, but sometimes not. Can I charge decent money for this offering, and can the niche afford it? Can the niche afford what I want to charge, and can I charge good money for it? If you're going to charge $57, not a great business in my view. Okay, it's just not. How many clients do you need if what you're charging is $57? You know, you should be charging. This is my opinion. This is old Sam Ovens stuff. He was right about this. Ideally, in a perfect world, you should try to charge $2,500 for your coaching, consulting, or a service. You should, and if you can't, if that's just beyond the pale of your emotions, get as close you can as you can. You get 1 or 2 clients at $2,500, you can quit your job. And it's not that much more difficult to get a client at $2,500 than it is to get a client at $500 or $700. It's not that hard, much harder. Trust me, it's not. Trust me, it's not. Okay, you can go beyond that if you want. I know that's an emotional thing. Oh, no one would ever pay me $2,500. I'm an idiot. I understand that. I understand most of you men have horrible self-esteems because you live in a collapsing society and you've been fucked. I get all that. Okay. But what I'm telling you is factually accurate. Let's see. You guys are talking about jujitsu. I have niche of a procure Western infidel. Oh, teenager. Let's see. How important is Upwork? The young Pakistani girls seem keyed into it. So am I. Upwork is critical. Upwork is critical to an Alpha 2.0 location better business. I have a team of about 22-ish people. Most of those people we found on Upwork. The majority. I mean, the vast majority. Upwork is critical. You need to learn Upwork or hire a Billy, someone like Billy, to do Upwork for you, because Billy does all my Upwork for me. But before Billy, I found Billy on Upwork. Now, I was lucky. Most people on Upwork are not the caliber of Billy, but there's a few. That was just the stars aligning in the universe and God. So yeah. Upwork's critical. Yeah. Okay. All right. One quick thing, and I'll do a little bit of Q&A. I can't do hours of Q&A like I did last time because we're on kind of a timetable on these live streams. So really quick, talk about 2 things. Let me array my screens correctly here. Hang on. I'm just going to show you these really quick, and then we'll get to questions. Let's see. Share screen. I should have done this for the beginning. Okay. Consultwithcaleb.com. I'll put a link in the description. Okay. Really fast. I've made this more official now. Okay. So if you go to consultwithcaleb.com, if you want one-on-one coaching with me and you can afford at least $5,000, used to be minimum 10,000. I brought it down to 5,000. I cannot go below 5,000. Sorry. I get emails every week. Can I consult you for an hour? No, you can't. I'm sorry. At least 5,000. Sorry. I make too much money. I can't do it for less than that. What I have now is this reader right here says right on the site how many slots I have left. And this is real time. 3 coaching slots left, which I have right now. Yesterday or this weekend, this said 4. Someone just signed up yesterday. I have 3 left. And if you scroll down, it shows you exactly the step-by-step how to do it. Make sure you have at least $5,000. Pick the coaching. I have very specific now coaching packages with prices. I didn't have these before. Okay. They go up to expensive, and you schedule a call with me. And it says right there, the first thing I will do when you schedule a call with me, the first thing I will say on the phone call is, can you afford $5,000 right now? If you say no or I'm going to hang up the phone. So make sure you really want to do this. One-on-one coaching. I can't waste my time. Cool? Because I know enough of you asked for this, so I'm offering it. And now I have it nice and configured where it's not going to like screw up my life because I take on too many coaching clients. I'm kind of hypersensitive about this. Does it say 3 slots? Yeah, because Historically, I took on too many clients. I was coaching all the time and I couldn't scale my company, but I'm able to do this now. Consultwithcaleb.com. That's the first thing. Second thing, 90-day business builder. I'm not going to show you. We are starting the next iteration on the 1st of the month. I don't have the exact date, whatever the first Saturday of November is, whatever that is. Okay. Should I tell you? I should probably tell you. Hang on. Let me get on my Scrooge McDuck glasses. November 4th. I think that's right. So you got 2 weeks. Now, 2 changes we're making this program as of November. And yes, if you're already in the program, those who are already in the program, there's a few of you are, okay, that we have a big group. You get this automatically for no extra cost. You guys are lucky, okay? But you guys new also get this for no extra cost. We used to do, as of this month, you get 2 live coaching sessions, okay? Plus your accountability coach works with you every day to set up your own location independent business from scratch, even if you're a complete beginner and you've never done this in your life. 2 per week. We are now raising it. Can't believe I'm doing this. Jeff and Billy wanted this, so I said yes. 3 a week. You now get for the same price. We have not raised the price. It's the same price. 3 group live coaching sessions per week for 12 weeks. What's 12 times 3? 36 sessions. 36 sessions for the same price. Number 1. Number 2. We used to offer payments, but you had to pay within 12 weeks. Okay, you had to pay at the end of the 12 weeks. We have retained a new company. We're turning this on in like 2 days. I'm very excited about this. Where you can sign up for Business Builder and you can make payments for up to a year with no interest and no late fees. You pay nothing extra up to a year. We've outsourced this now. We have a bank that just does this. We do it right in the phone call. So now you don't even need the money to sign up. You do need the money. You got to make payments. But instead of 3 big payments over 3 months, you can go 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 12 months if you want to. Fine. Pretty fucking awesome. 90daybizbuilder.com. Oh, one more thing. So 90daybizbuilder.com, schedule your call. You've got like a week and a half before we start the next iteration. Okay. One more thing. For the next 2 months, for various reasons, most of the sessions will be conducted by me. One of the things I'm doing is I'm getting more involved in this program. So before it was some of the sessions. So it's going to be me and Billy pretty much. And it's going to be mostly me for at least the next 6 weeks, 6 weeks or so. Okay. So you're going to get more of me, more sessions. And now you don't even need a bunch of money all at once. You can make payments up to a year. So see, this is what I meant when I was talking about, and you can learn from my mistakes or learn from my evolution here. This is what I meant about scaling the business, but simplifying the business. So the few things that I'm going to end up having as offerings in my business to you guys, they'll just be a small number, but they're going to be awesome. Wait till you see what we do with things like Paraguay. We're going to make this shit better. And in some cases, cheaper. Awesome, because there's less things. See, now don't do this unless you are at the 7-figure level. Don't do this. Okay, if you're just getting started, you want as many products as you can. That's very important. Okay. So I'm in a different place than most of you. Well, there's some of you who are at my level. I know there's a few of you. Smaller number of things. Okay. 90daybizbuilder.com or consultwithcaleb.com if you want to work with me directly, one-on-one. 90-Day Business Builder is not one-on-one. There's no one-on-one coaching in 90-Day Business Builder. It's not. It's a group thing. If you want one-on-one with me, consultwithcaleb.com. Right? Is that it? Hang on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Consult with Caleb. I have too many websites. I always forget the names. Hang on. Or sovereignCEO.io/coaching. I'll copy that and put that in the chat really quick. Hang on a sec. Let me see if it's Consult with Caleb, because the other day that wasn't working. Consult with Caleb. Yep, it's working. Consultwithcaleb.com. Okay. You want to work with me directly? 90-Day Business Builder. I'm more expensive than the Business Builder. Well, the lowest end thing is comparable. but it's just a different thing. It's one-on-one. I just coached with someone right before this call. He's making some very big changes in life, and he is already a lot happier than he was a few weeks ago when he started talking. He's made some big. The guys I coach with make big changes, and they make them fast. It's awesome because you can elicit. When I talk about the best way to start a business, coaching, consulting, or service, coaching, it's the fastest way to get a result for somebody. The fastest way to get a result is to have someone who's done it before literally show you to do it one-on-one. Faster than reading a book, faster than doing a course, right? It is faster than, right? It just is. Costs a little more than taking a course, but it's the fastest result. I have, how many coaches do I have? I have 3 coaches. I have 3 right now in different areas of my life, 3 of them. And they're expensive, and I don't like the spending the money, but goddamn, they work. Holy shit. One in particular. Holy God. So yeah, there you go. All right. Let's do a few questions, and then I got a vominos. Hang on a second here. Let's see. Homer Simpson glasses? No, these are Scrooge McDuck glasses. Does Homer Simpson wear glasses? He doesn't wear glasses, does he? What's the minimum internet speed you need when finding a new place while traveling? Oh, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, 30 megabit, you're good, right? Or gigabit, megabit, 30. 30, you're fine. More is better. I mean, in Mexico, when I did the speed test, I had, what did I have? About 35. It was fine. All right. Here in Dubai, I have 700. But in Mexico, it was Mexico. And in Paraguay, I have about 100. I have faster internet in Paraguay than I do in Mexico because in Paraguay, I stay in the nicest part of the country, the nice part of the town. So they have, kick-ass internet in this little part I stay. Whereas Mexico, it's big. So it's kind of funny. Any more questions? Let's see. For Paraguay paper residency, do you need to pay a local accountant for an address? You do not. You do not need to do that for Paraguay. You don't even need that. You don't need to do that for any of our countries. Paraguay, Dubai, Armenia, or Mexico. Now, Armenia, you need to do that if you're going after the passport. But if you just want residency, nope, you don't need any of that stuff. Thoughts on selling marketing services to SMBs in light of AI, AGI? Worried that marketing services are going to be increased automation in the next coming years. Yes. So here's what I would do. I would go ahead and do it, but I would pivot. When AI comes on, how will I pivot my services to reflect the fact that AI can do X, Y, and Z? I'm in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. Anyone's selling service or information, AI might replace what I'm doing. So I've already given thought to this. What will I do when you can go to an AI and say, hey, AI, teach me exactly how to get residency in this country, or show me exactly how I can take a woman and get her to date her and then other women too. Why would you need me? So I have to come up with something else I can offer. Right? Now that's going to be a while for AI can do that, but it'll happen. Yeah. Like I said, we're not ready. Yeah. When Homer reads in bed, super fan. Okay. You know why I wear these? Before I had normal reading glasses. And when you have normal reading glasses, you old fuckers know. Hang on. I was constantly taking them off and putting them back on, taking them off. Because when you get up, everything's blurry. So you got to take them off, come back, put them back on, and they blurry again, taking them off, put them on, take them off. I was like, fuck. So I went to all these optometrists in Dubai and the US too, and all over the place. I said, hey, I want you to design some glasses for me, reading glasses, where it's a line in the middle, and the bottom part is normal 1.0 reading glasses. So just a magnification, not prescription. And then the top half is window, just glass. And they said, we can't do that. I said, what? They go, no, what you have to do is a bifocal thing where you have the circle and the thing and the little region. And then you have a region down here and there's a region and then it fades. And then it fades. I don't want that bullshit. Just give me window and reading with a line in the middle. We used to have these in the 80s. My grandma had these. Oh, we can't do that. You can't do something simpler? No, we can't do that. So I'm like, fuck. So I was bitching at my dad one day. I'm like, God damn. I said, I just want the simple fucking, he goes, just get half glasses. I said, what? What's that? He goes, those half glasses, get the half glasses. And I went, oh, okay. So I ordered these on Amazon, like $4, and I put them on. I'm like, Oh, this is perfect. I can look this way and see far away, and I can look here and see close. These are the shit, you old fuckers, okay? You guys over the age of 41, when that's when your eyesight starts going. Didn't go for me until I was 47. Cha-ching. But if you're over 41, 45, 47, 50, you need fucking reading glasses. These are awesome. They don't look that great. Although Pink Firefly loves these. She thinks it's so hot when I wear glasses. She'll walk in, I'm wearing glasses. She'll be like, that is so hot. Like, what the hell? You're weird. Or when I look over like this, because the optometrist will tell me, my optometrist friend back in the United States, he's at Alpha Male 1.0. He's like, you want to get, you don't want reading glasses. You want real glasses, because what do you want to do? Like, put your glass on and then look over the top like grandpa. And I said that to Pink Firefly. She goes, that's hot. I think that's so hot when guys do that, when they look over the top like this. Okay. I said, Pink Firefly, you're weird. You know what's funny is my daughter would say the same thing. That's hot. Because my daughter's a type 2. Yeah. As I said, beginning of this live stream, I will not answer any woman questions. This is Sovereign CEO. Wait till Wednesday. Do you know any of any good guys for learning coaching? You mentioned Steve Owens one time. Sam Ovens, not Steve Owens. Good guys for coaching. The guys I know who do coaching are extremely expensive. So no, I don't. There's all kinds of websites you can go to hire coaches by the hour. There's a whole ton of them. Just Google them. You can find all kinds of good coaches that charge us like hourly rates, like low hourly rates, and they're specialized. Just Google around. I did that a long time ago. The only coaches I deal with are coaches who make more than me, so they charge a lot of fun. And I've mentioned this. The problem I have finding coaches is no one at my level wants to do coaching because they're making too much money. Like, why would I coach? People who make more than me. So I was lucky to find the guy I work with now. I was lucky because he loves coaching. He makes way more than me, but he likes coaching. So let's do one or two more questions and I got to go. So you're saying I can have Paraguay cedula plus residency without having to pay for an address. That is correct. I have cedula and residency. I don't have an address. Correct. Other people after this service require it. Weird. Well, our attorneys probably use their own address, so it's transparent to you. I do not have a registered address in Paraguay. I do not have one, and I have cedula. And no one in our programs has one. You can pay extra and get it. So, no, you don't need it. No. Caleb, if you were to start again from zero, what business would you start? What's the advice you give your younger self? I did a whole blog post on that, and the blog is coming back. Stay tuned. I did a whole blog article about that. You should go to calebjones.com and do a search on that. If I started all over, what would I do if I started out for a young guy, blah, blah, blah. The summary is I would do outside sales for some company that had something high margin, probably something in dentistry or furniture or healthcare or something like that. A company that sold something that was high margin. And I would go to the CEO or the president or whoever and say, look, I will sell your shit. You're going to pay me a big commission. I'll sell it. So give me all the material and I'll sell it. And you can just pay me commission, the charge thing. And I would get on the phone. I'd sell. I'd make 6 figures fast. That's how I would do. And then I would roll that into something location dependent. I would do that just to get the ball rolling. Ideally, I could do that location dependent, just over the phone. If it's something that I could just do over the phone and close the deal over the phone, over the internet. That's one, and then be location dependent. That's what I do. If I had to start all over again, if I lost everything, I had to start from zero. And now I wouldn't need to do that because I have a network of people and I wouldn't have that problem. But if I, in a magical world, I lost everything and then no one knew who I was, and I had to literally start from zero, that's how I would do. Probably. I'd think about that probably. Yeah. All right. That's it. Have fun. I'm going to let you guys go. I will see you again on Wednesday, 1 p.m. EST for the Alpha 2.0 topics and live streams and Q&A. And so again, Monday will be Sovereign CEO, 1 p.m. EST. Wednesday will be Alpha Male 2.0, 1 p.m. EST. And that'll be your YouTube content for the week. And the blog and the new email newsletter, the kick-ass, I won't talk too much about it. A lot more stuff is coming. Be patient. But it's coming. It's coming. Again, I'm simplifying and doing what you guys want because, again, this business is for you. When you have a business, it's for your clients and your customers, your audience, not necessarily for you. If you want to work with me, consultwithcaleb.com. If you want 90-day business builder, 3 a week, and now you can make payments like out to a year, 90daybizbuilder.com. You have to schedule a call. You want to do it right now because we're starting next week. And we don't want to onboard you like the day before. It drives Jeff crazy. When we onboard people like the day before. So I promised Jeff we wouldn't do that. So we're going to have to put the deadline before a week from Saturday. 90daybizbuilder.com. Cool? Cool. All right. Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys.